Majesties, you gotta watch this now. I hope that you're doing all right. And if it's your first time coming on here, you're welcome. Please do subscribe to this channel and join the family. So, this black man is ranting about he doesn't understand why why black people are Christians in 2024. That's a big question mark to him because, like him and like many other people, Christ has been presented as someone of, let me just say, European descent, like a white man. So he's saying, why you gotta cling up to Christianity when it's really not even close to you? It's not like for your people. And he has said that Christ never even stepped on a black man's soil or on African soil. Now, when he recounts this, of course, he makes a mistake on where he mentioned that Christ had been and he was never in Africa because Egypt is in Africa. And anyway, he also questions that if you say this God is, like a good God, why wouldn't he save, or he's also for black people, why didn't he save black people when they have been going through slavery and all the discrimination and even what is going happening to us today? Where was he when all these things was happening? Now, he's not the first one to question such things, but he also insinuates that Christianity is just another way of colonialism because it's just like they imposing on you, and it's a whole white supremacist strategy, and it's nothing like you have thought it has been because Africans, our own type of worship is nature. What nature gives us: healing trees and healing water and all that kind of stuff. That's he sees no point of black people being Christians. Let me just roll the clip so that you hear what he's gonna say, and then I'll be back.
I still don't understand why black people are Christians. I don't get it. Christianity and black people, in my opinion, don't go together. And this is why I don't understand it. If you take a look at the story that the Bible portrays, it's about a people in the Middle East, around that region. And it's about a people that have zero connection to you as a black person, as an African. So what is the relatability in there? You're reading stories about Corinthians and, Syria and places that have zero connection to you. Jerusalem. What connection does Jerusalem have to you as an African? As a black person? Zero. So that's point number one. Point number two. In every negative instance that collectively harmed, enslaved, colonized, oppressed the African, the black person, Christianity was always there. Is it slavery? For over 400, 500 years, where was this God? What did God do to free the people that were getting enslaved, beaten, raped, killed, assaulted, molested, demeaned on a daily basis, and forced to do labor? Where was the God? Can somebody tell me that? Because I'm thinking strictly. I'm thinking strictly as a practical person. I don't want any emotions in here. Where was the God in that context? Colonization. When the West came to take over the lands and imprison the people, and in Congo, some people's hands were chopped off when they couldn't produce enough rubber to be sent to King Leopold of Belgium. The hands were cut off. Where was God? The God you guys are praying to today, where was he or her to come help you out? I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand why black people are Christians to this day. In Africa particularly, we are praying to God, the Christian God, that has watched Africans get killed, destroyed, oppressed. Black people in general get destroyed, oppressed for centuries. Why would that God give you priority over the people that he's helping or her helping? I don't know the gender. Forgive me. It makes no sense to me. Why are black people still Christians? Somebody please explain this to me. Before Christianity came to Africa, we've had our own traditions. We had our own systems of religion. We had our own systems of worship. And every African religion was tied and interconnected to nature. Every African religion was tied and customized, was specific to the African person because it knew what we as a people we needed. That is your identity. That's why I'm not a Christian anymore. I don't associate to Christianity because it just makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. If you go to Nigeria today, or most African countries, the picture of Jesus is a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. From the Middle East. Don't you see, dear Africans, don't you see the psychological warfare that's supposed to put on your mind? You were colonized with that picture, the blonde hair, blue eyes. That's to put in your mind that if your revered figure has blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin, you're supposed to automatically bend and bow and listen to the white man. That's literally what he's telling you. That's literally what he's telling you. I'm speaking in the context of Africa and black people in general. I don't understand why black people are still Christians. A lot of the colonial powers, Great Britain, Spain, a lot of those countries that use Christianity as their tool to enslave and manipulate people, they're not even Christians themselves anymore because it was just a tool. It was just a psychological and mental tool, and it's done its job, and then they threw it away because you've already believed it. Think, African, think. Why are you still a Christian? Why are you still fervently fighting over this religion that was not even for you? Show me a point in the Bible today that is related to you, that you can relate to, that speaks to you as an African person. I want you to tell me. It's not. Because you are reading the stories of a people that are in the Middle East, that are far away, that even you as an African, as a black person, if you want to go there, you need passport, you need visa. Because it's not for you. You're not from there. It's not your thing. We as Africans had our own style. We had our own style of worship, our own style of appreciating nature. Our own religion was tied to nature because we recognize that nature is God. Nature is God. Nature gives us water, gives us sun, gives us food. Nature gives us healing. Nature also takes away, it destroys. That's why African religion, African culture, African worship was really tied, intertwined with nature. We disconnected with that, and then we wonder why everything is chaotic, because we are taking in other people's way of life. So please, somebody explain to me, why are black people in 2024 still Christians? I'd like to learn. Thank you.
Now, I don't know what you guys have to tell this brother here, but I have a question for you guys. Do you think that his question and his thoughts are valid? What do you think? What can you say to him at this point? Please do comment below, because he's touching on it, how he has felt it and how it has sat with him all these years. So if you got anything for him, please do comment below, and do subscribe to this channel because I do have more for you of this type of content. I'll see you guys in the next video.